Hello, it's Agile World.
Oh, that's a smoky voice. You may confuse people as the purpose of this show if you do that.
What is it? Agile World, Agile World, party on, Agile World.
Excellent.
If anyone's listening to this and has not woken up yet, hopefully that helped.
Oh wow, yeah. Thank you. I feel much more awake.
Yeah, it's a bit earlier today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So, how are you today? How's it going?
I'm vibrant. I'm enlightened. I'm alive. I've had some sleep. I had a lion today. I got to sleep till 7:30 this morning.
Well, that just sounds too decadent to me. Yeah, I am recovering sleep myself as well, since I'm getting ready to start actual work, real work again. Although I don't have a start date, but that's fine. It's always the way with clients, is that they want you immediately and then they don't know when to start you. Okay, so
you say it's not going to take you that long to kind of recur your sleep pattern, but I mean, working till like 5 a.m. in the morning, that's like you're working American times. We need to kind of shift your body.
It's normally Indian times that I work, because I've done a lot of work with Indian corporations and Japanese companies. And so basically you're awake when you need to be awake, and you need to be pleasant and engaging. So I'm a fabulous actor.
Lighten coffee is my trick. A shot and
No,
then two more.
I don't do that anymore. I've got this instead. It's a Highland Spring fizzy water.
Is it really?
It really is good. I mean, that's my wife loves all of like the French fizzy waters or spring waters, and I just like Scottish stuff. And it's really cheap in comparison, but it tastes great. So why would I want something else? After that advertising, there are other waters available.
Have you not thought of getting, and I'm not going to say the brand, but we all know it, the machine that you put a cartridge in the back, and then you put water, and you could put a flavor, and you can press a button and it makes it fizzy water. And a friend of mine actually told me, if you wanted cheap Prosecco, just get a cheap bottle of normal plain.
Oh, I've heard of this. Yeah.
And then use it. Can I say the brand?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, the Sodastream. You can make your own Prosecco by having your own Sodastream. She actually did this. It was amazing. Just get a normal bottle of wine, get your, put your cartridge in the back, put some fizz in it, Prosecco.
Well, apparently works really well with very, very cheap rosé as well.
Yes. So, at the end of the day, if you're stuck in a situation, you can't get to the shops, but you fancy a little bit of fizz. But yeah, have you not thought of buying one of those and making your own fizz? I can't stand fizzy water. I don't like it. I don't like the taste.
So I could do it with normal Scottish tap water, because Scottish tap water has not been through as many livers as, say, London water has. So yeah, I could do it. Just, I suppose, a bit too lazy to.
If you like, at the end of the day, if you like the brand, you like the brand. Sorry, my husband just texted me going, I'm grabbing lunch. No, I'll eat later. Righty then. So, Agile World today. The countdown is on. Only a few more days left. We're on Friday.
It's like the Wednesday of the last week of school. You're like going, ooh, do I get to bring my games in on Friday, or will people break them?
Do I have to wear my school uniform?
Yeah, I get to throw parts of that away on my way home.
I never actually experienced the last days of school every year, because lucky enough, being dual nationality, my family are in Sicily. I'd always finish school early. So if it was finishing on the Wednesday, I would have gone on the Friday, because I would have gone back to Sicily with all my family and everything like that for the summer. So I never really, I think the only time I got to experience it was when I finished year 11 before you go into sixth form or college. And that's when I was old enough that I could travel back there on my own. So mummy and daddy would go and I'd meet them there. But yeah, I never actually experienced that. It was more say goodbye on the Friday and I'll see you guys next year, next term, not next year, next term.
Yeah. I'm more kind of talking about primary school where you were allowed to bring in toys on the last day of term and you could play. And then, but the point was that you there was always one in your class who was dangerous with your toys, who wouldn't respect them and just break them. So we're just hi Brandon, the real Brandon has arrived.
Hey, we're currently filming right now. Thank you for joining us, Brandon. How are you?
Strong like an ox. It's a Friday.
Yay!
So we are recording right now, just so you know. So please.
Yeah. So to cut down on the normal level of swear words that you use with us, which is none. Yeah, we're just talking about how it feels like we're at the end of school term in primary school, where you get to bring in your toys and play at school.
So just to give an introduction, Brandon is our Chief Marketing Officer. So he is the money man.
Chief Financial Officer.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. What did I say?
Chief Marketing Officer. That's you. That's you
That's
trying to push.
me.
That's you trying to push stuff onto him.
I think
Brandon, you've now got an upgrade.
No, that's not an upgrade. It's a downgrade. Sorry, our financial. He's our money man. So how's it going? Are you excited for Sunday? Whoop,
Yes,
whoop.
it is going to be awesome. I'm very excited, especially with some of the stuff that everyone's doing, the diverse population that's going to be attending and contributing. Just had a good chat around the analytics. So we're going to see a lot of data, which I'm quite excited about. We've summarized 80 pages of data into 4. So
Whoa.
yeah.
Wow, well done.
And then
that must have been a very heavy book that you put on it to squash it down.
Yeah.
So Brandon is actually leading the event on Sunday, our Fiesta Forever Event, as we've been calling it, as you've probably seen. So he's been leading it up, he's been facilitating us, he's been managing us, so he's been given a direction. You're almost our creative director, would you not like to say?
Wow, that's impressive. I must be honest, I feel you guys have been pulling me along. Let's be honest, you guys have been awesome, brilliant ideas. Everyone's just jumping up and down, offering their time, ideas. And they don't just offer an idea, they literally deliver on it. And then we go, hey, that looks good, let's have that. So I think we've also been quite clear on the goal of what the after party is, or the next opening ceremony. I think we're trying to just share the vibe that this is actually the beginning of something really cool. So yeah, it's been really awesome collaborating with you guys.
So we've actually had a question come in, and maybe you want to go first on it. What's our motivation for doing this? You know, are we getting paid? You know, why would we do this with our time? Because, you know, free time is you know, very precious.
We get asked this a lot by people. It's like, why are you spending your out of hours personal time on this? You know, why are you up till stupid o'clock at night doing it?
That's a really good question. And I mean, obviously, I think everyone's got their own motivations. I would say for me, and commonality wise, what I've observed is there's a huge passion to altruistically. And the reason I say that is because there isn't any financial gain in it, to share the life lessons that we've learned. And I think that as a community, we're generally a sharing community. And this is an opportunity for us not just to give back, but to share the things that have changed our lives and hopefully see that in others. And I think one of the things that I've noticed as, you know, in my role is some of the principles, like, for instance, no conflict of interest, no self-serving nature, reduce to zero the cost of change. So what that's done is that's empowered us as a team to use those principles and have complete autonomy. And it's been this fantastic experiment. I mean, I've had benefits other than what I came into it. So I came into it wanting to connect, wanting to network, and wanting to share stuff that I love talking about. And I think now I've realized I've gotten much more than that in terms of community, friends, passionate people who like the same thing, a lot of confirmation bias. But yeah, and what about you guys? I mean, you guys have put huge amounts of effort in.
I think I wouldn't say huge. I'd say it's the same as everybody else. You know, we're all up late together. I think that's what I've loved so much about the festival in the background is we share everything together. It is, and I've said it multiple times on the chat group, we are one big family. Yes, we will argue very rarely, but we will pick each other up. We will have our low moments, we will have our high moments, but we all do it together. It's like, and it's reminding me of that image that Karl showed me for his presentation this afternoon with all the fishes. We are all these fishes that are kind of going through this jungle together, and we stick together like glue. And it's very rare because we're all from different cultures, different background, we're different ages. But for some reason, we've all connected so well. I think that's the saddest thing, or was originally the saddest thing when it came to the 28th. We thought, okay, well, that'd be the end and this will be over. And is it the loss of this family? But then the good thing is it's not. There are more to come. There are going to be next stages, which means we get to keep this little family together. And I say little, it is actually very much like a Greek or an Italian family. There's loads of us all together, and we know each other as well. On a personal level, we know, who the children are, dogs, what they do for a living, what they do in a personal life. I mean, that's rare. And I think that's why I love it. And that's what enjoyment I have been getting out of this.
So I actually had a plan at the beginning. I had a purpose, a clear purpose. It was in a video that I did with Sath and Ash, which unfortunately there was a lot of background noise, so never went live, which was I would like to see a community. And I know there's lots of micro communities around certifications, but actually they're not really communities. I have certifications. I don't intermix with other people with the same certs. And so, the communities of practice notion, I really like that. And so one of the things I was really hoping that we would do was stop the warfare and start the conversations. Because actually I don't really care about your flavor of Agile, or if you've created the next best thing, I'll listen. But I'm not going to swap sides or change my banners or my support. I'm interested in how do I serve my clients? How do I enable them to move their organizations along? Not what color of badge I give them to say that you're a certain kind of Agile. I don't think that serves them. And the other thing is, and from the picture that we're using this afternoon, is I wanted to reduce the friction and the attrition that we experience with Agile. Part of it comes from thinking we're right. Because I didn't go to it. There's a talk about arrogance for Agilists, which I thought was quite hilarious. We need to move away from being religious zealots and move towards being servants. And I can see that happening. It's happened amongst us because what we actually gain from this is some sense of community rather than being alone. And we do gain profile, absolutely. That will only help us in the service of the greater good, which is what I think our intent is, to actually create an Agile community. So that's why I'm in this. I can make money. I have money. I'm not doing this for those things.
So one more question, because I know we've been able to grab Brandon. I know you're an extremely busy person, so thank you very much. There's one question I have for you. Sunday's event. How would you describe it in your own words of the event?
It is a celebration, rebirth of continuing proportions. It is going to be fun with data, with awesome people, with opinions, with surprises. Am I allowed to say one or two things that are happening in there? We've got, there's going to be music and dancing.
You know what you can and can't say.
I do. But it's just a celebration. I mean, of all the things that we go to, we hear a lot of information. I think this is going to be more fun and engaging than just listening to some award ceremony, for instance.
I like the way you put that. Thank you very much. Well, we're really, really excited. We're going to keep promoting it because we just want everyone to get involved in this, because it is going to be absolutely amazing. So thank you very much for your time, Brandon. We will catch you later.
Brandon.
Thanks for inviting me. Cheers, guys. Bye.
See you later.
Oh, what a nice man.
Doing very well. Oh, he's awesome. He's awesome. I got so much time for everybody, but I've also got time for Brandon as well. I'm so glad he was able to turn up because we weren't too sure. So righty then. So the last thing I want to talk about is we've got your event coming up in the next hour or so. So when this video goes out,
no pressure.
So before you have your event, because obviously everybody will see this after your event, how are you feeling? How are you feeling now? Come on.
Of course I'm nervous. I mean, anyone who's not nervous isn't human. I think it's the thoughts that go through your head is, will people get what the intent is, or will they just look at the detail and go, there's nothing there? And the intent is to have a conversation, not to do a talk. I don't, I go to quite a lot of talks, and I kind of start phasing out after a while, unless it's very, very detailed. And actually, one of the biggest problems we have as Agile is we don't think enough. We're too busy doing stuff, which means that we're not as responsive as clients need us to be. They're going, how do we do this? And someone spouts out a list of ceremonies, and they're going, oh, okay, so it's a bunch of jargon that will cause us to achieve these things. And actually what clients really need is someone to work out how their business or their function will evolve as part of adopting Agile. And that's really the mindset I'm trying to bring in, is the more the consultative view. So
it's going to be an amazing event. I know what you're saying though at the very beginning when you said you're nervous. I mean, you were like the first person, you and Shelby, when it came, like even a couple of hours, like actually it was the morning before me doing my event with Cynthia, I was nervous. It is weird, like coming onto Agile World, I call you my partner in crime. I'm confident when I'm with
innocent of all charges.
You are. You've always been known as my partner in crime. So, like filming Agile World, it is very much. I've got my backup support. I've got my partner in crime. I feel. I've got Karl's like my security blanket. Is that a word? I don't know.
No. It's such thing exists. Yeah.
So you're like my security blanket. When it came to me, and I'm so blessed to know Cynthia. She's an absolutely amazing woman. But I was bricking it. I was absolutely bricking it.
It was a really good talk. It was really interesting. It was a nice juxtaposition between the two of you, different temperaments, different focus on the same material, and also the same responses, because a lot of it was about interpreting what people were adding to the event. So that was really interesting.
But you've got this. You're going to be awesome. I'm going to try my best to see if I can at least make it for a little bit. I'm annoyed that I'm not able to, but
well, you have to do what you have to do, and this is my general stance for things. People say, "Oh, I have a holiday because of this." And I'm going, you don't need to go into it. When you're involved with people, you're involved with the whole person, and not just how they relate to you for that moment. So if someone says, I don't feel really well, or I'm not able to do something, I'm going, well, that's fine, I understand it. If it's the constant line of conversation, it's a bit of a concern. My general belief about people is that we should be positive.
Yes.
So I can't do something because is fine. If there's a need for that thing to be done, what I really need to know is how will it be done when you can't do it.
I've had a private viewing anyway, so I know what's coming, and it's going to be good. So then, we better let you get prepared. So
okay,
Karl, I shall catch you later on, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Yay!
Oh, bye.
Bye.